FHS season tickets.
Welcome into another episode of FHS Season Tickets. I'm Michael.
And I'm Nick.
And today we're going to be talking about these boys, the Cleveland Cavaliers. They had a little bit of a rough stretch while we were over Christmas break, losing 4 out of 5 games, including a tough Christmas Day loss to the Golden State Warriors, and also LeBron James losing his 8th straight game at Utah. Pretty impressive streak by the Utah Jazz. But the biggest news coming out of Cleveland is that Isaiah Thomas is back. Nick, let's get your first reaction to his, 19 or 17 points?
Yeah, 17 points in 19 minutes. It was pretty impressive stuff. I mean, for having no feel of the game and losing all of his superpowers by his own quotes. That looked pretty good. I mean, he looked in rhythm out there, which was the main thing. Didn't really look stagnant or anything on offense, and just wanted to get fully in the game, fully healthy. And then we'll see what happens. I think it's going to be a key part of the offense just because it's someone out there that just adds a whole new dimension to the team, but just got to see if that dimension actually fits into place there. And if it does, it's going to spell trouble for pretty much everybody in the league because of what Isaiah brings to the table mentally, just by his always just fight to get through all the rough situations put forward. And he has a lot to prove this year for sure.
Yeah, totally. I didn't actually watch the game, but I saw the highlights of Isaiah Thomas, and it seemed like he wasn't really forcing shots, but he was also getting his points in the short amount of minutes that he played. And Isaiah Thomas coming back means I won't have to watch Jose Calderon play more than 10 minutes against the Warriors.
He's been better than Darren Williams
He has been better than Darren Williams.
He's not even a bad guy out there. He just does his role really well.
I mean, I don't know.
I wonder if Rose could come back.
Would you rather have Calderon or Rose as your backup point guard?
Dude, I mean, I still think Rose just because
he's a
better. I mean, he's a better NBA player. I mean, Calderon, because it would be nice to have Rose on the team just because he can do more, and then you could just bench him really. He doesn't have any more street credit. Coach Tyler could easily just bench him for Calderon if he's playing bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's a tough decision. I think I'm probably taking Calderon over Derrick Rose at this point, but that's not a decision that I want to be making, but it's one the Cavs will probably have to make because
Wade's been playing well. You slept on him. Let's say that.
I underrated Wade. I was 100% right about Derrick Rose, but I definitely did underrate Wade.
He's been injured. How can you say you're 100% right about him?
Rose
He's
was
played 10 games
when he was on the Cavs.
For 10 games,
his
the first year.
Numbers were horrible. He was literally ruining the Cavs, and right when he got hurt and got out, Cavs just went on a winning streak because he wasn't playing.
But Wade, though.
Wade, very impressive, coming off the bench, accepting a smaller role in the team. I wasn't sure he was going to be able to do that, and he has. I think LeBron gave him a nice little talk about how he needs to help out the bench unit, and him in the bench unit is just absolutely fantastic. He's been really carrying them with his ball handling skills, but him as starter was always going to be a disaster, and it was. But I've been really impressed with the way.
The starter with Thomas at point guard would be better than him as starter with Rose
or Calderon, yeah. But what he's done with the bench unit has been excellent. He's been probably top 2-3 player for Sixth Man of the Year right now.
He's got to be number 1.
If you're in midseason awards. Yeah, I'm sure we're missing 1 or 2 guys, but I'm not sure who else.
I mean, our bench outscored their bench 63-23 last night. Yeah, we had Thomas on the bench too, but that was insane.
Is there a dude for one of Houston's 3 guards that Lou Williams or not?
No, he's not
Eric
playing
Gordon.
there anymore.
Eric Gordon would probably be a Sixth Man of the Year candidate.
Chris Paul's been injured, so Eric Gordon, I don't even think it's been 6 games.
Yeah, but once Chris Paul plays throughout the rest of the year.
You can't count any of Eric Gordon's stats when he was a starter, though.
No, but you'll be 6-man eligible as long as you don't start. I think it's 25 games, so
he's definitely probably started 25 games.
Or
dude, Chris Paul's played 2 games.
Dude, Chris Paul was.
Chris Paul's played
on the Rockets at one point, so he's already played at least 20 games. So I think Eric Gordon's probably started around 15.
Want to make
QB guy.
a good old gentleman's bet that Eric Laurie won't win six-man? Or
No.
won't be eligible?
I really don't care at this point.
Mike doesn't want to lose money to me anymore. I'm undefeated in bets against Mike.
Cedi Osman not getting traded in 3 years is one of the luckiest things.
Luckiest. I had the
Yes.
knowledge. I knew this man was a good Euro prospect.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter if he was a good Euro prospect. The Cavs made like 40,000 trades in 3 years, and no team was just like, you know what? We're not doing this trade unless you include Cedi. And the Cavs just always were like, no, Cedi or LeBron. Those are our
Exactly.
two untouchable guys.
I knew it.
And yeah, I was praying in the Isaiah trade that we were just going to include him in it. So then I could win, but
Nope.
it just didn't happen.
My pockets got a little deeper that day that he scored. All right, Mike.
It took him a solid like 4 or 5 games.
I think we can go on and wrap this section up.
Yeah, so with Isaiah Thomas coming back, how do you think that changes Cavs matchup with the other top teams in the East, basically? Really only
You mean just the Warriors?
Boston and Toronto.
I think we were going to win against those teams regardless, but when it deals with the Warriors, I mean, I just think that adds basically Kyrie back to the mix, so we'll have to see what happens with our whole team in general.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting how the Cavs have to use Isaiah defensively because I'm really not sure who Isaiah is going to guard. He pretty much has to guard Curry, but Curry is just going to torch him. I mean, Isaiah can torch him on the other end too, but not going to be to the degree that Curry will, as everybody knows Isaiah's
Corey's been
defensively.
choking in the finals
Yeah,
pretty
but
much
now he
every
has-
year.
Now he has Isaiah Thomas guarding him instead of either Kyrie or JR, so
I mean,
Curry goes from having a height disadvantage, a big disadvantage on JR, and like even body matchup with Kyrie.
we'll see. I gotta see Curry go off in finals one of these days. I mean, he's been to 3, and he's like really never done that well.
No, yeah, he's been below average too.
That's
Definitely what his,
that's pretty crazy.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
If he ever gets like recognition for all that, people gotta remember that.
Yeah, it seems like the Cavs are just a nightmare matchup. Like even in like the Western Conference playoffs, he still like goes off, and then for some reason against the Cavs, it seems like the Cavs just kind of have Curry's number in a way. Even though they don't have the Warriors' number, Curry individually has not done what he usually does offensively against the Cavs.
I can't believe Draymond didn't win that MVP for finals the first year. I mean, I know
When,
Durant deserves
they
it.
gave it to Iggy for holding LeBron to 35,
Yeah,
9 and 9.
that's ridiculous.
That's impressive, bro. Holding a dude to only 30. Nick, you're underrated in that. I have not seen a more impressive defensive performance since when Jalen Rose let Kobe score 81.
That was a lockdown. that was cuffed. That was there. He was cuffed at that moment.
I just had to think about that because Joel Embiid, on an interview, said that he said he was 50% healthy, and then after he scored like 46 against the Lakers, he said he was 69% healthy, and then Jalen Rose got all butthurt. So 2 days later, he said he was 81% healthy, and the
That's
person
neat
he
there.
told it to totally did not understand it. They were like, "Oh, so you're just saying random numbers now?" He's like, "Oh no, I mean, yeah, I guess that's a meaning, but." Yeah, the person he
Jeez.
said it to was just like oblivious to the joke, and it was just pretty funny.
That's an ether by Joel as usual. But with the Cavs back, it was nice to see Isaiah, and I think that it's gonna be a real team-changing thing if it all works out. Any last words on that, Mike?
No, I think we could wrap up this episode of FHS season tickets. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and also subscribe for more season ticket videos.